Thank you, chat. Thank you. I just want to take a second to say thanks, man. Sometimes I get reminiscent, get a little bit in my feelings, and just really have a sense of gratitude for you guys, man. Seriously. Like, I never thought that I would have what I have now on YouTube and the community and the audience. I get on the Discord, I see you guys chatting. Comments are always flooded with questions, and you guys are engaging. You're always liking the videos. So I really appreciate it. I just want to say thank you. I feel like I don't say that enough. But I was looking in my analytics, and, you know, for the 48% of people that are subscribed, I appreciate you guys. I really do. So I'm hoping that I can earn the other 51% of people that aren't subscribed. To hopefully I can earn your subscription here. So I appreciate you guys. I just want to say thank you. And let's get off into the madness today.
I was scrolling through my FYP, and I noticed all these...
My FYP, the most boomer thing I've heard in a while. My FYP.
These women in their 40s, they look absolutely flawless, amazing. Their hair is done, cute outfits. And I'm like, that ain't me. I am 43, and this is what you get on a weekend. I'm cleaning, so I have a t-shirt and shorts. And my face is not done. I got lines and wrinkles. But this is what a 43-year-old single mom of 2 boys, works full-time. Single mom. This is what we look like. Anybody else?
Yeah, no, I don't look like that personally. But, you know, that's just me. That's just me. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with aging gracefully. That's a realistic view of what you would be getting for a woman that's 43. There's nothing wrong with that.
We're going out there at
Is this why dating after 50 is so hard? I'll show you something that's hard.
an older age.
I think there's a fantasy that comes along with that. You know, like you're saying, oh, I see people that are on their second and their third marriage, but
And they're happy.
It's real. I think it's really hard. I mean, I haven't been out there for a long time, but I remember I was so happy to be out there.
Rebecca's reminiscing her street days.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
She's like, I ain't really been out there that much, you know what I'm saying?
But it was really hard because also, as you get to be at this stage in life, you're pretty set in your ways and what you like, what you don't like, and so is that person sitting across the table.
Right.
So to find like
someone that checks the boxes
for each other, I think it's really hard. And
it's hard.
It's true. And
yeah, see, well, this is the big problem. As women get older, they get more preferences, they get more, you know, non-negotiables and things like that, when in reality that should actually go down. So as a woman ages, her preferences and how picky she is should go down. But the opposite is true. As women age, they typically get more picky. Well, I'm not going to lower my standards. My ex-boyfriend used to do this. It's called the Frankenstein curse, or do better syndrome. Frankenstein curse is where they take all the best attributes of all the men they've ever been with, and then it builds cumulatively. It's basically compound interest on the next guy. Well, Mark had good pee-pee, and Jason had good hair, and, you know, Henry had a lot of money. So the next guy's got to have good hair, a lot of money, good pee-pee, and a nice car. So it's a lose-lose for guys. And then these older women are now living the reality that younger men have always had to live. So like a man that's 18 to 24 is invisible in the dating market. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. But a woman who's 35 plus is pretty much kind of the same way. She's kind of invisible in the dating market. Men don't feel bad for these women because now you're living the reality that men had to live at a very young age.
Gotcha, bitch.
So I don't feel bad for them. Okay, here we go.
Y'all
Where are the
aren't
real?
Where are all the nice guys at? Because y'all aren't where I'm at. I'm so sick of dating assholes, and I'm so sick of talking to guys and immediately getting a... I want nice, courteous, thoughtful...
Too late for that. I can tell by the neck it's too late for that. It's too late. These men gave you so many chances and you nexted them.
men to come my way. Please.
the respectable men she wants
Oh my God.
don't take women with a spicy
Oh my God. She got a Lonely Fans page.
link seriously.
That's why I call it Lonely Fans, because once you do it, you really are going to be lonely for the rest of your life, bro.
Do I have to answer?
I'm going to go ahead and guess she 41.
You can lie if you want.
39 or 41.
I feel 33.
Okay. And
I
what's
identify as 33.
you identify? We got
Okay,
that.
well, I identify as a billionaire. Treat me as such.
I was 33.
What's your relationship status?
Single.
Why do you think you're single?
Complicated.
In what ways?
Wait, you're complicated?
Been picky, and dating is hard.
Maybe dating is hard because she can't even be honest about her age.
I don't think dating is hard. I think your standards and stuff
dating
is the
for women?
problem. I really do. All right, let me get this resized. Y'all know I'm not a professional here, Chad. I'm just trying to make sure you guys get the best viewing experience possible. You know what I mean? I want you guys to get that A1 steak sauce. You smell what I'm stepping in, brother man? All right, here we go. Why do you think dating for women gets harder after 25?
It gets harder after 25.
Because a lot of men are predators and they prefer younger women.
Damn, explain why.
How are men predators if y'all want older men, though? You know, make that make sense. You notice how these women, it's always sign language, shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. They want to shame men for their preferences, but as men, we have to just accept theirs. Women want older men, but then a man wanting a younger woman is predatory. Huh? What? Stupid.
It's like a proven statistic. Like if you see there's a graph that shows the preference of men as they age.
Yeah. There's a direct correlation with how short your shorts are and how low your IQ is.
Gotcha, bitch. For women, it goes according to their age, and for men, it stays around like early 20s.
Why do you think men prefer younger women?
Because they want somebody that they can control.
Sure.
Good Lord. See, that's what they always go with. They want a woman that they can control. No, what they want is a woman with less baggage, with less trauma, because with baggage and trauma comes a headache, and usually as you get older, you're a lot more masculine.
I just got back from the worst day ever. Y'all, if you're in a relationship, don't leave.
Cherish it while I'm sitting in my Sherpa blankie.
Nothing out there in the dating field. Nothing.
What are you talking about? There's a whole lot of pee-pee served up hot for you. Sausages.
There's nothing out there. Make it work with whoever you're with. This is a warning. This isn't a threat. This is a warning. There's nothing out here.
It's crazy how they...
It's a barren wasteland. We know, Rebecca. We know. We know. and they get a little bit older, and then they start to realize that. Good Lord. Bro, if you see these tats, run for the hills. And then a vegan hat, run for the hills.
Body count. You know it?
I don't know it. I've been such...
Damn. You don't even know your body count? Chat, what's your body count? Let me know in the comments.
For a time of my life.
Yes, I'm too.
We can tell.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
I see that. See this little chesticle tat right here? The little chesticles, the little below the sternums, you know what I mean? That's the millennial tramp stamp. And look, she's got, what is that, 2001 on the ankle? Yeah, maybe she's Gen Z. I don't know. Maybe she's a millennial. I don't know. I can't tell. But that's like the Gen Z cusp millennial tramp stamp.
I wouldn't have thought so. I don't know, but it's probably over 30.
Yes,
I'd say that.
She's a runner,
I mean, that sounds a lot, but if you're just realistic, even if you go out twice a month when you study, like...
So if you, I mean, let's think about it this way. 30 pens at an average of 5 inches. Let's do some quick math here, chat. What do we got here? Let's do 30 times 5 inches is how many inches? Oh, inches in feet. Okay, let's see here. 30 times 5 inches is how many inches in feet? Come on. 12 and a half feet. God, that's higher than a basketball goal. That's a lot of wiener, dude. Her dad must have been the CEO of Wiener Schnitzel. Shots fired! You know what I'm saying? I heard her dad owned a corny dog stand.
I studied for 5 years, 6 years.
It sounds like you were doing more than studying, honey.
And I went out like at least once or twice a month.
Let's go ahead and up those numbers. Let's say 4 times a month, because in college, let's keep it a thou wow. You're going out once every weekend. You gotta up those numbers. That's at least 50 bodies.
And I did have one night stands. I mean, the sum just sums up. Yeah, probably even 40. If I'm being honest.
It went from 30 to 40 real quick, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, who cares? 50, 60 among friends.
Yeah, I think, but it's just a number, you know.
I love it. Just like my salary, it's just a number. It doesn't matter how much money I make, baby girl.
I have lived everything I wanted to live. I really understood the YOLO thing, but you should be careful. There's always a risk involved, even if you have like contraception, and also physical risk. You don't know who you're going home with, who you're taking home. They can be like, men can be very...
Did one of these guys cut your hair? Shots fired! Good Lord, I thought me and this girl had the same freaking haircut.
physically dangerous to us. So I do not want to idolize having a lot of partners. It can also break your heart and make it more difficult to have a relationship. And if I would go back, I would like probably eradicate 80% of the men that I slept with. It was not like worth the energy or even the risk of transmitted diseases.
As usual,
hey, at least she's owning up to it. I'll give Rebecca that. You know what I mean? And I'll also give you guys this, man. If you guys want to, you can scan this QR code. It's called Free Cash. They got like a 4.6 on Trustpilot. I always like to pull up Trustpilot because like there's always new reviews on Trustpilot of what's going on. There's always new reviews. Free Cash reviews, Trustpilot. They have a 4.7, 268,000 reviews. It's a legit site earning money online. I've already made a profit of around $150 already. The major advantage would be large variety of tasks available and various methods for cash out. This was 18 hours ago. My experience with Free Cash has been absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best online earning platforms I've used so far. So scan this code right here. You can also check the link in the description and play some games, earn a little bit of beer money. I've seen the guys in the comments talk about, excuse me, guys in the comments talk about, I use this for my light bill. I use this for extra beer money. You know, maybe if you guys smoking that reefer, this could be your reefer money. Or if you just need a little bit of extra cash on the side, dude, this is a great way for you to do that. All right, let's get back into the madness here. Let's go. What do we got? Me as a mom wondering why no one ever offers to help me out because you had a man that was going to help me out and you didn't even pick him.
I just kind of feel like I'm drowning right now with everything going on. And everyone in my life, they just automatically assume that I'm fine. And that just sucks because then no one ever offers to help. How am I doing? Oh, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. Everything is great. Me? Oh, no, I'm thriving. No, same old same. But how are you? Let's talk about you. How are you doing?
If she wants assistance,
you should have had the man that cheese, didn't you, give you some assistance?
It's funny.
Life after 45, you become invisible.
Hear me out. You go from being superwoman, where you're working, you're looking after the kids.
Let me stop. I was about to cook. Let me hear her out.
You're getting them to all their activities. You have dinner on the table, clean house. You're go, go, go. And then you become the invisible woman when you hit 45 and no one even notices you.
Oh, okay, so it's it's all the other men that need to be noticing you that we're giving you your validation, not your kids and your husband. Okay. We get it now.
You kind of go from one superhero to the next. But I kind of preferred Superwoman, because this one sucks. I could literally walk anywhere. Nobody even knows who the I am anymore.
Nobody ever did. You're a rando, bro. I have 330, I don't even know how many, over 300,000 subscribers. When I walk out in public, guess what? Nobody knows who I am. I'm a regular dude. Unless you're Brad Pitt, nobody knows you.
The kids just kind of, yeah. I don't know. How do you find it? Did you go from Superwoman to Invisible when you hit 45?
The problem is you thought you were Superwoman in the first place. When you weren't. You were just a regular woman. Doing what you're supposed to do. You were never Superwoman. These women gassed themselves up so hard. You were never Superwoman.
How are we prepping our lives in case something terrible happens to us? Hi, my name's Stacey. I'm single. I'm 44. I'm child-free. I've never been married. And recently...
I'm a walking red flag. And my father was an eggplant.
Stupid. With all the chaos that's been going on in the world, it has just made me extra cognizant that at any time something could happen to any of us. And as I look around my house, I think to myself, who the heck is going to have to deal with this?
All that independence?
The government. They'll come seize your assets, sell off your property, and maybe give it to next of kin if you got it. Do men even try after the age of 40? Yeah, they very much so do.
Is it only men like under the age of 35 that have a sense?
Look at the arm tat here. Looks like she's about to turn into Venom. She has it was blacked out there, and then it looks like it's spider webs, and now it looks like she's getting rid of it. Honey, you got a track record of making bad decisions.
Of style anymore. I feel like, especially when I'm going through dating apps, it just looks like any of the men my age or even a little older have all just given up on themselves.
Men put in effort where they...
I don't think that's the case. I don't think men over 40 have given up on themselves. Maybe they've given up on you. I think that's pretty accurate.
getting on here to just share my thoughts about being 30-something and not having a boyfriend, not having kids, and not being married have been so sad. I've been so depressed because I thought that I would have a family by now. I thought that I would at least be engaged or in a relationship at the minimum, and I'm not.
Here's the problem with these types of women, dude. They thought it was all just supposed to come to them. They thought it was all just supposed to happen for them. They really did. The thing is, your job just didn't happen for you, right? Did you go get a degree, or did you go study something, or did you go take an internship so you can have some prerequisites for the job? Oh, you did? Oh, but you thought just being a wife or, being a mom was just going to come to you? This is the problem. So many women focus on the prerequisites for a career, but they don't focus on the prerequisites to have a family and be a wife and be in a marriage. They don't focus on that stuff. They think it just comes to them. It's this princess treatment. It's this entitlement that their parents instill in them, and then simps will come out and say the right things but never commit. Or chads will come out and do the same thing, say the right things and never commit. That's the problem, is that these women think that they are not expected to do anything for a man in their life. And what young women, at an early age are taught what to expect from a man, but they're never taught what a man expects from them. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. How many of you men grew up knowing, treat her like a lady, open the door, pull out her chair, pick her up, pay for the first date? What do you think girls are taught?
Just show up, just be you, be yourself. He'll accept you or not.
That's what they're taught. And then they wonder why they're alone. They wonder why they're alone.
They also need to realize that when you're going out to meet a single mother and their kids are young, like, you got to realize all the things that she has to do to be able to go out.
Oh my God.
Like, yes.
Oh God. Well, you got pre-bucked and pooped out some kids. How was that my bad? How was that anything about that on me?
Being a babysitter, so I can go out with you, and you gonna ask me to pay for half of it?
You say that like it's his fault that you a single mom.
Right.
Nobody put you in that position but you and the person that you chose.
Facts.
So nobody's responsible for whatever you got to do to get on a date. That's your business of how you need to do it. And if you can't do it, then you need to sit your at home.
Absolutely not.
I'm already in the hole before I even step on the door.
Which means I got an Uber. You gonna pay for the Uber? No, like, they don't realize that there's a lot of things that a single mother has to do to be able to go out and about and do that,
And what you don't realize, there are so many people in the world that don't even have these problems. So what makes you think somebody want to deal with your problems when they can go deal with somebody else that don't even have these problems? Am I tripping or no?
She's competing.
No, you're not tripping at all. She's hitting the nail on the head. I like that lady. This woman is even wearing a little Happy New Year thing like, baby girl, you're 40. Thinking that dudes need to pay for your Uber and half a babysitter. Absolutely not.
Dating as a 50-year-old woman.
I'm fine. Seriously, like, when I go out, I don't get anybody ever approach me. Maybe I just don't.
Yeah, you're old, dude. Just like men at the age of 18 to 24 don't have any women approach him.
Give off that, hey, I'm single, come and talk to me.
You look sad. You look like sad, bruh.
But you know where is Bunnings? So Bunnings on a Saturday, that's great. There's lots of men in Bunnings. I did say to my girl, we should start hanging around Bunnings on a Sunday.
I'll never understand why women...
And this is what it is, dude. She's sitting around waiting for something to happen. Even at 50, she still hasn't realized you need to put in some effort. She still thinks it should just happen for her. I'm never going to have young love since I haven't dated anyone in my 20s.
This by saying that this is not a sad video. This is not a, oh, I'm so lonely video. I've been single for basically all of my 20s, and it's just kind of weird to think that I'm not going to have that, like, young, carefree love. Like, the first person I, like, truly date is probably going to be the person I marry, and that scares the shit out of me because I just want to date somebody without thinking about anything. And that window is honestly past. Like, if I meet someone, the first person I'm going to meet around my age is probably, going to start talking about marriage and kids after a certain point of time. And I'm never going to have this type of relationship where it's just carefree and fun. Like, God forbid a girl wants a whirlwind romance.
It sounds like she doesn't want to.
Yeah, God forbid you got ran through in your 20s. And now you're surprised that people in their 30s want to take their life serious. Imagine, who would have thought?
What I'm about to say might be a little problematic, and I'm not
I think her forehead might be bigger than mine.
Shots fired! Trying to be. I'm 44 years old, and I used to make fun of women who used to say, oh, I can't find a man in my 40s, blah, 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 blah. So my my 30-year-old self would say, that's impossible. You're probably not looking. But now that I'm 44, I realize like it's kind of true. I find that
It's always funny. Like they think the wall doesn't exist until it hits them right in the face, and then they're just like, "Oh my god, the wall is real." Yes, it is.
Men our age want younger women, and it's not cool. But I'm finding they want them for a different reason. I think they find the immaturity desirable because when we were 20, we didn't know what we wanted. We were insecure. We're looking for validation. We did anything a guy wanted us to do just to feel accepted. So now that we're in our 40s and we're confident, we know what we want, we won't settle, we will speak up and say what we desire, what we want, and won't tolerate. I find that it's harder to find a man who's okay with that, if that makes sense. Does anybody else
Does anybody else resonate with this? I just want to make sure I'm not the only one. Maybe this message will touch somebody.
Stop trying to touch people. She explained exactly what I talk about. Women in their younger years are typically more feminine, submissive, cooperative, open-minded, will put up more with a man, are willing to grow with a man, and as they get older, they raise their standards, raise their preferences, and in my opinion, they become more masculine, they become more combative. What man in his late 30s, early 40s is going to want to deal with a combative, ran-through woman? The key word is no man. They'll go look for a younger woman because what these women don't realize is that they're still competing with 20-year-old women, 22-year-old women. These women that are 44 are still competing with them. What does this woman in her 20s have that you don't have? She's fit, feminine, cooperative, submissive, probably has no children, right? She's way more feminine. She's way more open to a man because she hasn't been burned by a bunch of guys. She doesn't have a bunch of walls up. She doesn't have a bunch of pre-existing trauma. This is why I say, if you make the men of your present pay for the mistakes and trauma of the men of your past, there will be no future. Sugar and I should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. I'm 30 years old. Here's why most men won't date me. Because you're a runner?
You're 30. That says it all. So you've been ran through your 20s, not a care in the world, thinking that you're living your best life. And then now that you're 30, you're thinking that you're some inspiration. Look at me, I'm running. I don't need a man. You do really need a man. You're just trying to act brave.
Yeah, well, you're just showing that you're a runner. You're a track star, baby girl. That's what it is. She's a runner. She's a track star. I love that track, bro, so much.
Been single for? How old are you? Old? I don't think so. What? Yes, really old. Like over 45? Yes. It's gonna be tough. That's a tough one. 45 at this point. You're not my type. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Unfortunately, at her...
Golly, I imagine being a woman at that age and single, it would just be catastrophic.
One of my
61, I've been hoping to achieve invisibility to men. Instead, it seems like you probably got it. Might even be the fourth member of the Chipmunks.
deepest, darkest desires as a woman was to become completely useless to men, invisible. You know, when they say that women over 30 have expired, that old women are undoable. I used to just dream of being completely useless to men. Because that, I thought, was when they would finally leave me alone. I'm 61 now. 61, married, a grandmother, and pretty profoundly disabled. And I'm here to tell you, they have not left me alone. The attention has changed. I'm saying this with a smile, but it's actually not at all funny. Because no, actually, they won't leave you alone. Now they're here, in my comments, and in the world, making sure I know, every day of my life, how completely undoable I am to them. It's not enough to actually be undoable. They have to tell me I need to.
Right, this is the whole thing of like putting a target on your face and be like, I'm a victim. Yeah, you put a target on your own forehead, dude. This stuff, you just can't make this stuff up, dude. The stories write themselves. They really do. Born in 1992, 33 years old, no Botox, no surgery, no filter. You're 33? Chat. She looks 10 years older than me. My God. Bro, these white women be aging like yogurt, bro. That's bad.
Can you let us know your secrets so we can avoid them?
30. Yeah, what are the secrets so I can never do any of that? God, that's bad, bro. That's so bad.
More
more challenging to date someone over 30 with a child?
I believe dating over 30
God, lip filler's working overtime on both these women.
in itself
is difficult.
Is a very difficult.
Anyone I know who's over 30 and is single, I really feel for you.
It's a jungle out there, babe.
And I feel like as you guys get older, you get pickier
harder.
and it's harder.
Oh, that's true. As you do get older, you definitely get pickier.
God, these women are so beat.
Yeah. So dating over 30 is definitely a lot harder than everything else.
Yeah.
If you have a child and you're a full-time caring parent, you are really limited to time available to go out for these dinners and meets and coffees. That's a problem I find in my life. Obviously, I don't make the time, but also I'm very limited to time.
And then I feel like you will prioritize having your me time.
Absolutely.
Over going and meeting someone that you probably know is not going to work.
The more baggage they...
Good Lord. Jeez, stop doing the lip fillers, ladies.
I need to know something, because I want to know if it's just like where I live or if it's a universal thing. I just feel like men don't approach women anymore. And I want to know, is it just where I live? I live in Rhode Island.
No, it's
so
you, honey. Big back, like, they don't approach women anymore. We don't approach big back women.
No.
If it's that important to her, she should.
Yeah, you're a big back. Your chin and your clavicles are basically cousins at this point. Like, it's a wrap for you.
Pretty privilege post in a while, and I think I'm going to make one right now. You ready? I used to have pretty
privilege. What?
To have preferential treatment from the opposite sex, and I used to probably get a lot more attention than maybe I should have. Who does she think she is? She's not pretty, she's ugly. Have a day off, Karen. I love that name, Karen, by the way, so no shade on you guys. Looking at myself back in time with my adult eyes and understanding the true value of my youth.
Yeah, you knock off 20 years on that. I bet it was good.
And who I was and how it was lost on me is really funny, because I used to think that I'd never get here. What I'm trying to say to you is, one day I looked at myself and I was doing this. There was no more pretty privilege, and yeah, I wasn't getting preferential treatment anymore.
The truth of it is,
I mean, you age out, dude. You really do. See, the thing is men at a younger age are invisible to these women, but women as they get older, and I think that's the hard part for them. Does anyone want to go home with me tonight?
Want to go home with me tonight? Anyone? No? No? Okay, going once, going twice, going thrice. 4, 5, 6 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42. Okay, I'm done.
more than crowd work.
Female comedians have lowered themselves to that. Where the hell's my husband?
I want to find my husband. I want to find my husband today, tomorrow, by next year. This is it. I'm done. I am so over the whole dating, the whole game, the whole questionnaires of like, what do you like to eat? I'm like, no, I want something real. I want something.
See, and the more you do it, the more you get over it. And that's the problem with these women, is they're basically just using themselves up so much in the dating market that they get sick of it after a while. And it's like, well, that's part of dating, dude.
You have to get out. You got to get out this game.
Yeah.
You can't be in a club competing with a goddamn 23-year-old at 38.
Listen, there's a lot of women out here that are in their 40s that are still, you know,
Still what?
like they're still youthful looking.
You're a liar. Even salt looks like sugar from a distance, baby.
Please, I've seen some...
Even salt looks like sugar from a distance.
Women make the pyramid...
That's good. That's good.
Come to that realization and they're 32, 35, and they did a little bit of... or they were hooking for a while, or they had a little... time in their 20s and maybe had a kid when they were 22 or whatever. Once they come to the realization that men don't treat you the same when you're 35 and you put on some weight, then they get angry and they want their comeuppance. They're like, no, got my master's degree. I turned my life around. I had an epiphany. Where's my man? And all the good men are talking to 23-year-olds, and women are very angry about this. One of the biggest issues I have is when a woman wants to date an older man, which most women do, it is considered a preference, a healthy preference. When a man wants to date a younger woman, he is a double standard that a lot of people have that I think is absurd.
Apparently.
No, 100%. Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah. It's like, how y'all gonna get mad? We're literally giving you what you want. You want to date older guys? And you're still mad about it? That's women, though.
Single for 13 years since my divorce at the age of 30, and I've never been taken on a date.
I'm gonna be honest. I remember girls in 7th grade doing their makeup like this.
Shots fired!
What is that?
Oh, this is a vulnerable post. So I've dated 2 different guys at different times, obviously, about 4 to 4.5 years ago. One for 6 weeks and one for 8 weeks. One guy was always so happy to go out, but just too busy to organise everything. So I would organise it, which kind of meant then I paid for it all. The second guy was really honest and he was happy to go anywhere, but he had less money than I did and felt because I had more assets that was just my job and I was an idiot and I did it. And I think maybe because I had not dated anyone for over 10 years and all my insecurities kicked in and I'm like, I need to do what I need to do to be able to keep these happening. Obviously after 6 to 8 weeks, I was like, blow this, it's not fun anymore. But now that I'm like starting to get back into this game, I've told myself that will never happen again. And I was watching The Golden Bachelor, which is like cheesy as all heck, but I'm like, it would be so nice to live in an era again or maybe in my own era, where I met somebody who could organise, not your first date, I'm talking like when you're further in, organise something incredible for a day.
So in 13 years, she picked only...
Good Lord, yeah, it sounds like you're just picking bums and guys that want to put in zero effort. But honestly, I don't blame them. I mean, look at you.
Here, 30 and up and still single.
I have a 4-year-old.
We don't care.
Single mom. Not what I asked.
Wait, you're 39 and you have a 4-year-old? It's not a catch.
Dude, I didn't ask you to unpack everything. What the hell? I'm just like trying to do I was just like, it was like a rhetorical question. I didn't actually care. You see what happened there, right? I asked a very simple question and she got insecure and she's like, oh, I don't know, I'm single, I'm 39, I'm not a catch, right?
Lady, it's a comedy club.
Yeah, it's always the women that do that though. Here we go. What do we got?
I've been telling people like, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm okay, I'm fine. And I am, I'm okay, I'm fine. But I am
not okay.
I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated.
Big back, big back. So you're a big back grown woman with braces. A lot going against you here.
I'm frustrated because I'm like, when am I going to meet the man that's just going to get it right? When
are you going to be the woman that's fit, feminine, friendly, and cooperative, submissive, and no kids, and kind of skinny? When are you going to lose that weight?
When am I going to meet the guy that's just like, I'm ready, I want you, I'm going to do what I have to do to get you and to keep you? When?
That sounds a whole lot.
When you lose about 70 pounds? How about that? How about that? Lose some weight.
Elizabeth talking about this, so I thought I would talk about this as well. About how I would also hate to date an influencer. I would hate to date me. Why would you want to know this is what I look like all the time? Like, why would you want to know what I look like when I got out of bed? And surely you just want an element of mystery about the girl. But no, you just got me on the internet looking like this. And now I'm about to go record my podcast where I debrief all the dates I go on. So why would you want to go on a date with me? Because I'm just going to talk about you on my podcast anyway. So, and you're not, there's no way that there'll ever be any mystery what I think of you, because I'll just tell TikTok, I'll tell Instagram, I'll tell my podcast. Destined for a life of single today.
Yeah, this is why I say don't date women that crave a lot of outside validation. I think it's different for men. Like, because as men, like, for me, I consider myself like an entertainer, kind of like a comedian, I guess you could call it, or whatever. I'm maybe a wannabe comedian, internet comedian. But if a woman craves this validation, it's typically, comes from a place of insecurity. Whereas me, I'm trying to give you guys some, like, game. I'm trying to put you on game. I'm trying to entertain you. I'm not doing this because I want women banging down my door. And women don't. Just newsflash. Single mama in their 30s. Where are we meeting suitable men? In the bedroom that you made the kid with.
Single moms, where are we meeting suitable bachelor men? Is it at the park? Is it at the grocery store? Is it?
Should have been at the hospital when you, gave that man a child.
Where is it? 32. Where do we find them? Where do we go? Do they exist?
Honestly,
they do exist. He actually blew his cheese inside of you. So that guy, go for him. Go for him. If you go for him, you should be good. You really should be good. But older women, dude, it sucks for them. It really does. It really does. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. We got 51% of you guys not subscribed, so I'd really appreciate it if you did. Really appreciate it if you did. But Lokes, would you like a treat? Would you? Okay, I'll give you some. If you guys want to give me a ring, you can call me Monday through Friday, 12 to 4 Central Standard Time. Talk about anything, dude. I don't care what it is. You need some relationship advice, you need a reality check. I've had people call about businesses they're starting, relationship advice, just life advice in general, self-help books. So anything you need, I got your back like a chiropractor. Loki, free. Sit. Check. Free. Good boy. Go to your place. So whatever you guys need, man. Whatever you guys need.
I got your back, dude. I'm the guy for the JLB, okay? I'm him. I'm Timothy Chalamet.
Okay? I'll take care of you guys. But it's a crazy world we live in where women think as they get older, their value goes up. When the opposite is true. A woman's highest value in the market was 18 to 25, 18 to 24. And after that, it's just... doesn't get better. Women aren't like a fine wine. It doesn't get better with age. They're like moldy cheese. It just molds and stinks. But ain't that right, Looks?
Whoop-de-doo.
And I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time, peace.